I started working for Flintshire Children's Services about 18 months ago, and when I took on the position of Children's Services Training and Staff Development Officer, with that role came the responsibility of being the link officer for research in practice. It wasn't very clear to me what was expected of me in that role. I was clear about what was expected of me as training officer, and I came here to the annual link officers meeting, which was quite good timing, so that gave me an insight into the organisation, into the theories behind it, and into what the link officer did in their role. Met with other link officers, so that set the ball rolling really. So when I returned into my position as training officer, I started to incorporate and promote really research and evidence-informed practice into the training programme. When I started off by incorporating some half-day workshops, raising awareness, and giving people opportunity to stop and reflect and look into research or some publications or what's out there really in their particular line of work that could inform and raise standards in practice. So I incorporated some half-day workshops into the annual training programme for children's services staff and foster carers, which have been really successful. The head of service, Carol Salmon, for Flintshire Children's Services, has also been very supportive, and she's a big supporter of research and practice, and she's been a big encouragement. And what we did together was to create some prompt cards that we've made and have been quite successful in prompting people to use the website. And they look like this. And all it is a little credit card sized prompt card, and every social worker or administrator, everybody who works in children's services that has a computer base, sticks that little prompt card onto their computer, and when the head of service and the service managers go round the different offices, they check everybody's got their little yellow prompt card. And that's been quite successful because it's easy in the busyness of the day to forget, and it's quite bright and it reminds people. It just gives them the password, username, and the website address really, and that's raised awareness for social workers especially. I have had quite a lot of feedback, especially from the preventative teams, the people that do a lot of preventative work, the family support team, the family placement team. They use it quite a lot and they found it really useful, really useful. When you're doing your social work training or any serious qualifications towards social work, it's very much ingrained into the training, into the learning, into the delivery in universities about evidence-informed practice, researching what's out there, what legislation and so on informs certain subject matters on. And then when you qualify and you get on the old social work hamster wheel, then it's very easy to forget about that. And I think people, through no fault of their own, do forget about checking out what's the latest research, say what's the latest evidence on this particular piece of work I might be doing, or maybe I'm struggling with, I'm not sure what to do. So I haven't personally met any reluctance, just people thinking, oh yes, why, and why didn't I think of that? And so it's been quite useful, and certain teams have quite really embraced it really.